it brings.
First look at the forecast. Let's bring in weather specialist Noor Rafat.
Hey, thanks very much, Megan. Well, we're starting to see that snow on the ground soften in many parts of the GTHA, specifically after seeing an increase of about 5 degrees yesterday. Another 1 degree, not 0 degrees, but an additional 1 degree heading into the day today in Toronto, and a lot around the 1 to 2 degree range in areas like Kingston and Ottawa the past 24 hours. If you noticed, it isn't exactly warm out there, though, and that's because we're seeing a lot of gusty winds still. Those adding to the wind chill right around now, -9 in the Toronto region into the minus double digits. Peterborough up towards Sudbury at the -15 range when you factor in the wind chill. Now I want you to take a deep breath and buckle up because we've got a lot to get through. We're looking at a whole range of problems come tomorrow with these widespread weather alerts, and some of that extends all the way towards northern parts of Ontario, up towards James Bay. At that, the main culprit here is two things: some strong winds, which could gust up to 80 kilometers per hour in the GTHA, specifically as early as 11:30 a.m. But other regions could see it gusting up to 100 kilometers per hour, and we're talking about exposed shorelines, so areas like Cobourg, Haldimand County, and towards the Bruce Peninsula as well. Factor in, alongside the wind, some heavy snow, and that's going to roll in later on in the early evening, if not the late evening for most. So don't be fooled by that sunny start to your day tomorrow, because here comes trouble. You've got that heavy snow taking over, and when you have heavy snow along with those seriously strong winds, well, you can expect blizzard-like conditions, whiteouts, of course, zero visibility, and some damage to property with wind gusts around the 100 kilometer per hour range. -3 in Toronto overnight tonight. I'll explain more about what to expect in the full forecast, but for now, expect climbing temperatures yet again as the day progresses. With those serious strong winds, though, things will feel closer to -8 in the afternoon. Megan?
All right, thank you, Noor. We're joined now in the studio by weather specialist Noor Rafat. Welcome. And I mean, we've made it through a polar vortex, but it sounds like you have more info on what that could look like in the future.
Yes, I want to underline made it through, because I know we just got some relief, especially in eastern Canada right around today. Will it be back? The answer is yes. The question here, though, is when, for how long, and who will see it first? Well, we're not expecting the Arctic air tomorrow just yet. We're looking at temperatures slowly on the climb as the day progresses. Your high +1 by the late evening, but with the wind chill factored in, it'll feel closer to -9 in the afternoon. But we've got bigger problems than just the wind chill. The winds themselves gusting up to 80 kilometers per hour. Along with that, periods of heavy snow that could make for blizzard-like conditions across large parts of southern Ontario, including in the GTA, but especially around Lake Huron and Georgian Bay with those blizzard-like conditions. Significant improvements, though, when it comes to the polar vortex. As Megan mentioned, we've been seeing that Arctic air slowly sliding back north up to where it belongs. It's not going to stay there very long. Take a look at this as we head into the final few days of January. Here comes the deep freeze yet again, and that will take hold once again through large parts of central Canada, the east, pushing into northeastern USA as well. The silver lining, if any, is that large parts of the prairies will be getting some relief. So capping off January under milder than usual temperatures, while over here we start to feel that chill. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, don't be fooled by that sunny start, because trouble is on the way as early as the late afternoon, if not the early evening. We'll see the heavy snow roll in once again, plus those strong damaging winds. You can expect power outages, of course, trouble on the roads, whiteout conditions, low visibility, very low visibility. It starts to move out Tuesday, but along with that, we're seeing a lot of cold air pushing through with this system, and what that will mean is plummeting temperatures as we head into Tuesday. Still a lot of sunshine, though, and it's not going to last very long either. Into Tuesday evening, more snow rolls in, and this will take us through till Wednesday, where we continue to see some of that snow, and thanks to some lake enhancement, also some snow squalls possible once again for parts of southwestern Ontario, around Grey County, Bruce County as well. 1 centimeter potentially in Toronto for that accumulation, 10 towards Owen Sound and around the 10 to 15 range as you head north of Peterborough as well by Tuesday morning, and of course still counting that other system that will roll through later Tuesday evening and continue into Wednesday. +1 in Oshawa tomorrow, -1 in Milton, 0 in Hamilton, Niagara Falls, Stratford -2 degrees, and the Arctic air, as I mentioned, or that cold air rolls in Tuesday, -4 for the high, feeling closer to -21 when you head out to work. Keep that in mind. Still feeling the chill heading into Friday, -5 by Saturday, cooling down or actually warming up by Sunday, +1 degree.
Let's bring in weather specialist Noor Rafat.
Hey, thanks very much, Megan. Well, another lovely shot of the night sky and the night skyline in Toronto for our lovely viewers. And it's a day where we're seeing temperatures at a decent range, -4 degrees outside the Toronto airport, but factor in the wind chill and it's feeling closer to -10. And it's that wind chill really that was the big story today, because despite some mild temperatures, climbing temperatures in the past little while, 0 degrees in Oshawa, into Kingston, Sarnia, around the -1 range in Peterborough and Ottawa. Factor in those wind chills and it felt closer to -8 to -10 in the afternoon. Well, guess what? Those winds are going to start to get even stronger heading into your day tomorrow. There's so many layers to these weather alerts, it could almost pass off as a tiramisu. And I'll try to break down what we've got in store for tomorrow in the span of 2 points. 1 is strong winds and 2 is blowing snow or heavy snow. The strong winds gusting up to 80, at times 90 kilometers per hour through much of southern Ontario into central Ontario as well, and we could see that as early as 11 a.m. in the Toronto region. Some areas like exposed shorelines in Cobourg, parts of the Golden Horseshoe, seeing wind gusts up to 100 if not more kilometers per hour. So certainly some seriously damaging winds. Along with that, the heavy snow, you can expect that to roll in the afternoon if not the evening. And when you get a mix of heavy snow plus a lot of wind, well, you have blizzard-like conditions for one, seriously hazardous driving conditions, near zero visibility, and of course potential to see some power outages, things like downed trees or shingles flying off roofs. We'll keep you posted in the full forecast about how much we're expecting and when we could see things ease. -3, your overnight low by tomorrow. Temperatures on a upward trend, almost a diagonal line in this forecast right here, +1 by 9 p.m. But in the afternoon, with these seriously strong winds, once again, wind